South Africa is currently reeling from a series of shocking revelations. Reports suggest that a group of senior military generals has allegedly cautioned the African National Congress, ANC, that if President Cyril Ramaphosa remains in office, both the party and potentially the nation itself could face collapse. This unprecedented move from figures connected to the country's defense establishment has ignited widespread outrage, fear, and speculation regarding the ANC's political future. Before delving deeper into this explosive development, viewers are reminded to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications to stay updated on South Africa's most dramatic political events. According to insider accounts, both retired and active military generals recently held discussions with ANC leaders, delivering an unambiguous warning. Their message was simple yet severe: Ramaphosa's leadership, they argued, is pushing both the party and the nation toward a dangerous breaking point. The generals reportedly cited rampant corruption, ongoing economic stagnation, and intensifying internal divisions as critical reasons the ANC cannot endure under Ramaphosa's presidency. Such an intervention is exceedingly rare, especially from the military, an institution typically known for maintaining a strict distance from overt political disputes. This raises the question, why would generals, whose primary duty is national defense, wade into political territory? Analysts suggest that the motive is rooted in the pursuit of stability. The military, whether composed of active members or retirees, bears the responsibility of safeguarding national security. With escalating protests, deepening economic struggles, and growing factional conflicts within the ANC, the nation faces mounting unrest. A potential collapse of the ruling party could easily spill into the streets, sparking civil disorder. For the generals, this warning may be a preemptive attempt to prevent a national crisis, one that could eventually demand military intervention to restore order. Inside the ANC, the general's message has reportedly triggered waves of anxiety and internal panic. Some party factions view the warning as undeniable evidence that Ramaphosa must be replaced swiftly to restore unity and public confidence. Others, however, believe that allowing military influence to dictate political leadership decisions would establish a deeply troubling precedent. What remains indisputable is that the ANC now finds itself under extraordinary pressure. With local elections on the horizon and public frustration reaching a boiling point, the general's involvement only amplifies the chaos. The question on everyone's mind is, how has the president responded? So far, the presidency has downplayed the reports, insisting that Ramaphosa remains firmly in control and dedicated to steering South Africa through its ongoing challenges. Yet, critics argue that mere silence and denial are no longer sufficient. Opposition parties have capitalized on the uproar, demanding that Ramaphosa either step aside or provide transparency about what is truly happening behind closed doors. For a leader already battling allegations of corruption and accusations of poor service delivery, this new controversy risks further eroding public trust. The public's reaction has been swift and polarized. Social media is ablaze with heated debate. Some South Africans are applauding the generals for speaking truth to power, while others are deeply unsettled by the notion of military figures influencing political decisions. Ordinary citizens, already struggling under the weight of unemployment, crime, and relentless power outages, view the general's statement as a grim reflection of how fragile the nation's leadership has become. To many, it feels like undeniable proof that South Africa is teetering on the brink of political and social collapse. This moment represents far more than a mere political disagreement, it's a profound crisis of confidence in the country's leadership. When the military feels compelled to step in, whether officially or informally, it signals that national stability is at serious risk. Analysts warn that if Ramaphosa disregards these warnings, the ANC could face its most severe internal split to date, with rival factions maneuvering for dominance. Should the party fracture completely, it could open the door for opposition movements to gain unprecedented political influence, reshaping South Africa's governance for generations. The crisis has also drawn attention from international observers. A ruling party under siege, led by a president under both internal and external pressure, raises legitimate concerns about the nation's long-term stability amid global uncertainty. Investors, foreign partners, and allies are all watching the unfolding situation with apprehension. The central question now is what course of action the ANC will take. Will it continue to stand firmly behind Ramaphosa, defying both the generals and internal dissent? Or will certain factions within the party push for his removal in an attempt to avert total collapse? One thing is clear, the ANC cannot afford to ignore this crisis. Failure to address it could cost the party not only its credibility but also its control over South Africa's political destiny. So, what do you think? Were the generals justified in issuing their warning, or have they dangerously crossed into political territory where the military does not belong? Should President Ramaphosa resign to save the party, or should he fight to retain power at all costs? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. The fate of the ANC, Ramaphosa's leadership, and South Africa's stability all hang precariously in the balance. Stay tuned, because when military generals begin to intervene in politics, it's often a sign that the storm has only just begun.